This ace sniper was suddenly given a strange assignment. He's headed to a dilapidated guard post to guard a gorge, and due to the confidentiality of the mission, 40 kilometers from his destination, Levi was thrown straight out of the plane. Levi arrived at the guard post after 3 days of climbing. The previous guard, JD, was waiting. He told Levi that the post had all the amenities: solar power station, a rainwater recycling system, there's even a vegetable garden for daily meals, and the daily task was simple. It's to check all the fortifications west of the gorge, and at the same time, there's also a soldier on the east side of the gorge. But the rules of the Union: the posts on both sides are forbidden to communicate. But even without the ban, they can't communicate, because it's full of mines and obstacles. On the other hand, due to the interference of satellite transmitters, all signals and communications are inoperative. But despite JD's detailed description, Levi had one question: what exactly is the purpose of their guarding this place? But JD told him mysteriously,
I need to keep people from going in the gorge.
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
In order for Levi to understand better, he took out a grenade and threw it into the gorge. After an explosion, a sudden hissing sound came from the gorge.
What the hell is that?
That is what we call the Hollow Men.
It turns out that back in the late 1940s, Allied forces sent troops to spawn these monsters, but the result was that no one survived. Afterwards, the Allies changed their strategy. They built 2 guard towers above the gorge to stop these monsters from entering the earth. In other words, the gorge is a gateway to hell. They are also known as the Guardians of the Gates of Hell. The next day, all the handover items were completed. JD packed his bags and left the tower, and Levi began his year-long career as a guardian. What he didn't know was, after JD was picked up by the helicopter, he thought he was going to retire. But what he didn't expect was to be greeted by a bullet. Apparently they were hiding something in the gorge. Meanwhile, Levi continued his daily patrols, checking the canyon's guardrails and gun emplacements, confirming the status of all satellite transmitters, and radioing in regularly to headquarters. Though the sentry's task was incredibly easy, but being alone in an empty room for so long, even with Levi's strong willpower, he began to feel bored. That day when he went out to pick vegetables, there was a sudden noise from the other side of the gorge. Curious, he went back to the guard tower to look. The result showed him a heart-thumping moment he did not expect. The guard on the other side was a sweet girl. This is interesting.